Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. Today we are talking about everything from a secret recording at the White House to an airline employee who stole a plane, plus the weekend's top movie and Ellen DeGeneres on tour. Those stories and many more in less than 10 minutes. I'm Erica Mandy. Today is Monday, August 13th. You ready? Let's do this. 1 year after the deadly rally in Charlottesville, one of the organizers tried to plan another rally in Washington, D.C. yesterday, but it didn't really work out. It was mostly counter-protesters who showed up. The Washington Post reports only a few dozen Unite the Right supporters were there, compared to thousands of people protesting against them. The city of Charlottesville did not give a permit for a rally this year, but instead many people came to honor the woman who died a year ago yesterday during that rally. Remember, a group of white supremacists held a rally in Charlottesville last year. A car rammed into a crowd of counter-protesters, killing Heather Heyer. No reports of violence during the rally this year. A former White House employee released a secret recording of the White House chief of staff firing her back in December. Omarosa Manigault-Newman went on NBC's Meet the Press yesterday with that recording as she promotes her new book coming out this week. In the tape, you can hear a man she says is White House Chief of Staff John Kelly telling her she had some serious integrity issues and now they should part ways in a friendly way or things could get ugly for her. Newman called that last part an obvious threat. Fox News reports Newman violated White House security rules by even having a recording device with her in the West Wing, but it's not clear yet if she actually broke any laws. The host of Meet the Press called her out for defending the president many times in the past. Her response to that? She was playing a role and complied with the president at the time, but not anymore. Newman makes other claims in her book as well, calling the president a racist and misogynist. White House officials say her book is full of lies, and she's just a disgruntled former employee looking for a profit. Hackers got into election equipment set up to be tested, so no real election results were affected, but there is now some real concern that it could happen. The challenge was set up at the largest hacker conference in the world. It happened over the weekend in Las Vegas. BuzzFeed News reports hackers were able to get into 5 voting machines, and even an 11-year-old girl was able to hack a pretend version of election results on a Florida website. Organizers and some experts say it's important to find these vulnerabilities so they can be fixed. But the Association for Top Election Officials across the country said, not so fast. The association did not like this exercise and says it's not really like the actual systems and security on Election Day. There are some security concerns because of an airline worker who was able to steal a plane at the Seattle airport and then crash it on purpose. The New York Times calls it as bizarre as it is tragic. It was only that employee in the plane when it crashed. Authorities say he was suicidal. He died, but no one else was hurt. Now there's a lot of talk about how he got that plane in the first place. His job was to deal with luggage and cargo, and after his shift Friday night, he took off from the Seattle-Tacoma International Airport and even had a conversation with air traffic controllers saying he's sorry, and then he crashed. The whole ordeal caused delays at the airport, affecting thousands of travelers. The Times says airplane theft is actually not totally uncommon, but it's usually with small private planes, not commercial airliners. A quick break now because today's episode is brought to you by the Food Heals podcast, hosted by Allison Melody. This is a show that brings together experts in the field of nutrition, health, and healing to teach you the best-kept natural secrets to being a healthier, happier you. And it's fun. They call it Sex in the City for food. And right now they're having a giveaway. 10 listeners can win swag bags with organic, vegan, health, and beauty products inside. Enter by subscribing to the Food Heals podcast, leaving a review, and posting a screenshot of that review on social media. Be sure to tag at Food Heals Nation and use the hashtag FoodHealsSwag so they can find it. Again, you can check out the show at foodhealsnation.com or search for Food Heals wherever you listen to podcasts. All right, now back to the news. Airbnb has officially been around for 10 years. It celebrated a birthday over the weekend. TechCrunch posted about its first article on the company, Airbed and Breakfast, saying anyone with an airbed or couch can post a room. In fact, Airbnb's CEO tweeted they used to think the number of airbeds sold each year was how big the company could become. Of course, Airbnb has grown into a $30 billion company that will likely go public next year. Airbnb says it allows people to visit any city around the world and helps the local economy since the host can make money by renting out a room or house. but the company has also faced backlash and is even banned from some cities. Critics say Airbnb and other websites like it are not great for the availability and cost of long-term housing. Spotify may let you skip ads in the future, even on the free version. Maybe. Ad Age reports the company is testing the feature in Australia right now. The idea is to let advertisers pay only for ads that listeners actually listen to, and then get an idea for what types of ads you actually want to hear and might engage more with. Plus, maybe it will entice more listeners to the platform. Spotify calls it active media, but for now this is only a test, TBD if it comes to the US. The winner at the box office over the weekend was The Meg, the movie about a giant shark. Variety reports it earned $44.5 million in North America. A Warner Brothers exec says it's just good entertainment that is silly and fun. Another movie that debuted over the weekend that's gotten a lot of attention is BlacKkKlansman. It's a much more serious one by director Spike Lee. It's about the true story of a Black and Jewish detective working together to infiltrate the Colorado Springs chapter of the KKK. It debuted in 5th place at the box office. Ellen DeGeneres is on a stand-up comedy tour right now, and later this month, her show in Seattle will be filmed for a Netflix comedy special. Forbes reports she's getting $20 million for this deal with Netflix, which makes DeGeneres the first and only female comedian to get that much money for one stand-up set. Ellen is visiting 3 cities over 8 nights: San Diego, San Francisco, and then Seattle. The comedy special is expected to hit Netflix later this year, so stay tuned. And that's it. You were all caught up from the weekend. Thank you so much for listening. And remember, if you want to read more about any of the news stories we talked about today, check out today's show notes. You can find them at thenewsworthy.com, click episodes, and find today's date. The Newsworthy is ready for you to listen every weekday by 4 in the morning Eastern Time. So we will chat again tomorrow. Have a great day.